What's going on, everybody? Looks like we are live. Welcome to the new week's Monday live stream. Man, where do I begin? It looks like we're going to have catastrophic biblical flooding down in my own state by the coast, all the way up to Charleston, up to Wilmington. It's going to be bad, to say the least. And you know me, I am always looking for ways to help other people. So Adam and myself might end up down in that area this coming weekend. We just don't know yet. But oh my goodness, I'm so out of sorts right now because it's hot. It's Monday. You guys understand how Mondays go. But either way, welcome to today's live stream. My name is Jeremy, and this channel is all about searching for missing people and giving a voice to the voiceless, bringing some awareness to these missing people, because some of them have already been long forgotten, and I think that is just unacceptable. So what we need to do is we need to keep their stories alive, and that is where you guys come in, because I could not do this live stream without you sending me emails and all kinds of stuff to talk about. So by all means, continue that motivation. Facebook Messenger and my email is the quickest way to get my attention. Yep. Today we're going to be talking about a guy named Vince. Oh man, I can't pronounce his name. I'm terrible. Hold on. Act like there was a glitch. There we are. Vince Callenback or Callenback. He is a 77-year-old man, went missing right here in my state down in Clayton County. And as we dive into this case, it's another one of them cases. The vehicle was found on the side of the road, very country, very out in the nowhere area. And guess what? He's not found. And I'm not dissing the search teams, because from what I've been reading, there has been extensive searching for this guy, but yet they haven't found him. They're talking dogs, drones, people on foot, all kinds of stuff. They've been putting in the work to find this guy, but wouldn't you know it, he hasn't been found yet. And it doesn't make any sense to me, but we're going to dive into that. Also, you guys control the live stream. So if you need something that I need to bring up, if you have something I need to bring up, put it in the chat. I'm going to try and see it. Put a few cues before that question or comment. If you have a case you'd like me to talk about while we're on here, because about the first half an hour, we talk about Vaughn or anybody else for that day. And then we kind of just segue into whatever you guys want to talk about. And I think that is the coolest. Also, while I keep doing these live streams, I'm always finding new ways to improve it. His name is Vaughn, not Vince. It says Vaughn, Vaughn. And he is missing out of Rabun County. I thought some of them are saying Clayton County, and some are saying Rabun County, Rabun County. But like I was saying, I'm thinking maybe we can add another twist to this live stream, a way to liven it up. So maybe, depending on what we're talking about at the latter end of this live stream, you guys could email me, I don't know, pictures you want me to share. Maybe you have missing loved ones that you want me to put their picture up, something like that. I don't really know. Like I said, you guys run the show. Without you guys, the live stream doesn't exist. So why not bring you into the picture? I think it's awesome, and I think you guys will think it's awesome too. So first things first. Looks like we're going to have a smaller than usual show. Not a big deal. I got my core audience here. We got about 326 people watching. YouTube is dominating today at 200, and Rumble's coming in second at 64. Not bad. I would love to have thousands and thousands of people watching me, but you can't get everything all at once. You got to work for it. That's what I'm doing. So before we get started with this live stream, what should I talk about first? I can always bring up the fact that we are an official nonprofit. You guys should definitely go over to rapidcc.org and check it out, see what we're all about. That is the official, that's officially what we're doing. You know, it's a nonprofit focused on missing people and cleaning up the environment. And it's very fun, but it's very demanding. So was his vehicle functional or disabled? The answer would indicate a motivation for leaving his vehicle. I don't know. We're going to, like I said, let me see. The missing person sheet just says that I wish I could pronounce it right. I want to say Callenback or Callenbach, but we'll just call him Vaughn. Vaughn's vehicle was located in the area off of Coleman River Road. And let's just dive right into it here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at in a second, because I have made my first error today and did not set this up. No big deal, though. Let's click that and add some audio to it in case I want to play a video. There we go. Let's jump over here to the shared screen. This is a Facebook post that I found off the Aware Foundation, Inc. And we got Vaughn Callenback, age 77, 5'7", $165 in weight. Rabun County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in locating 77-year-old male Vaughn Callenback. He went missing July 5th, 2024 in Rabun County. The missing persons report was filed by a family member on July 13th, and his vehicle was located in the area off of Coleman River Road. Let me show you guys what that area looks like. Yeah, you can only guess if this is going to be a straight and forward. He got out of his vehicle and wandered off, which doesn't make any sense. Now, let's start off with the first thought. This is the area they found his vehicle. I don't know exactly where on this road, but this road, this is Old Coleman River Road, and it runs all the way in this valley, all the way up here to the border, and then it kind of just disappears. I don't know if it dead ends or it becomes an undocumented road. Pretty much just like a rough dirt road. You've seen those, like it's a mountain roads, and they just end. So, no links. We'll let that run. We'll let that ride. But anyway, this is a long area for this road, and it splices off here, and this is a different name, and then it goes down here to this. So this section right here, which is a pretty long section, is somewhere in there they found his vehicle. I tried to get a hold of the family today. Obviously, they probably don't want to hear about some live streaming YouTuber. It probably gets annoying because this is all the rage now, talking about missing people and crime and drama and all serious stuff. Fun to do, but could be annoying after a while because lots of people are getting into this. So obviously, I didn't get an answer, but if I do get an answer, I'll let you guys know. But this is a pretty rugged area, don't you think? And let me. Yeah, I mean, looks like there is a house in here or some kind of structure. It looks like a house. What's going on here? There we go. You know what I didn't? Oh, I did. Never mind. I had a brain fart. You zoom in close enough. That looks like a little house. Maybe a hunting lodge or something. Somebody's taking care of it because they own all of this. There's probably like a deer stand right here, and it's looking down this whole area. He's just waiting for deer to cross and blast them. This is probably a pretty good hunting area. But somewhere on this road, his truck was found, and he is now missing. And there is Coleman River runs at the bottom of this. So we got 3 paths. I don't know how big that river is. I don't think it's raging or anything. Probably depends on if it's raining or not. But looks pretty small. You can't actually even see the river. Might just be a babbling brook, but they decided to call it a river. But my theory is he's out here in the woods somewhere, and I'm sure that's everybody else's theory. It's the most common sense theory, but that's a lot of land. But now we're also talking about, a 77-year-old man, and he's his grandpa. How far can grandpa walk? Why would he get out of his truck? Was the truck broken down? These answers I don't know. Somebody emailed me this case. You should look into this, and pretty much all I'm doing is spreading awareness. I don't have any facts on this case. I wish I did. That's probably my biggest handicap on doing this is I try to do these live streams every day, putting out as much information as I can, but I don't have all the information immediately. But that's what follow-up videos are for. I can just come back on here tomorrow and tell you guys what else I figured out. A continuation of talking about missing people. I like the way that sounds. But what do you guys think? You think he's out here in the woods somewhere? Now, sadly, like I said, it has been he went missing. He was last seen July 5th. They reported missing July 13th. I mean, what was that? What were we at? Well, actually, it was a month to the day. He went missing. So, I mean, here here's that sad truth at the end of the day. If he got out of his vehicle and he wandered off into the woods and got lost, I don't know why he would wander off in the woods. Maybe he's familiar with the area. He's checking trail cams. I mean, he's familiar with there. Maybe he's go picking berries. I don't know, just spending time in nature or something. And he fell and something happened and he passed away. It's been a month. I hate saying this because missing person, I would always like to presume them alive. But if he actually is out here in the woods and it's been a month, this is going to be recovery, not a rescue. But one could hope, I don't know, he got picked up by a hitchhiker, so maybe he ran out of gas, somebody picked him up. I don't know where he could be for a whole month missing and still, fingers crossed he's okay. But worst case scenario, I would say he's out here somewhere in the woods, and they've been doing extensive searches. There was let's see here. This was something I found on the internet about a release for immediate release. I don't know if this is like a press release or something. Probably is. But like it said, let me see here. We know about this stuff. Members of these agencies immediately responded to the area to begin a hasty search around where the vehicle was recovered. Exactly what I would think they would do. So kudos. Once the hasty search was completed in the early morning hours of Sunday, July 14th, planning for additional searches began at 07:30 that morning. The searches continued over a period of 6 days following the initial search operation. And we see it goes on to say a total of 10 different certified canine resources responded and were utilized strategically in helping ground teams cover a large area. Unmanned aerial search drone assist was deployed to assist in the initial search. I wonder if it was thermal. I bet it was. Got to get me one of those, man. I would have been involved in that day one if I had one of those. Search and rescue teams working this incident also employed the use of a topographical mapping software specifically designed for this type of search operation to ensure search coverage areas. So you see here, they went into details about that, numbers and everything. Ground area searched by hiking, bushwhacking, ATV, motorcycle, over 200 miles. Elevation changes, 37,000 feet. Days of searching a week. Hours in the search area, 119 hours. So it sounds like they are on top of it. I'm impressed with how this reads. I'm not... I'm not, from what I've learned over the years, and I'm sure you guys understand this too, you could take a pile of dog shit and shape it into something pretty, but it's still poop. Does that make sense? So I'm not saying they're not doing the best they can. And I bet you they are doing the best. 9 times out of 10, these people are doing great work. This is what they do. This is who I want to know. This is who I want to be a part of. There are other places in the world or in the country, I don't know about the world, actually there is, that will make it sound like they've done everything they can, but in reality, they haven't done shit. They may have just went out there and looked around for a few minutes, maybe a day, 10, 20 people, I don't know. Now, I'm not saying these guys did that. I'm not accusing them. This is my home state. I assume they're on top of it, right? So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They are doing the best they can, and they just can't find the guy. And it is a needle in a haystack, especially if he's out there in that wilderness. Look at this place. This is a lot of woods. Let's just scan out a little bit. Let's just get a big, grand picture of this. The closest town, is like here's Dillard, Georgia. And we're up here in the mountains, like the mountainous area of Georgia. Now, not like snow-capped rock mountains, like they're Georgia mountains, Appalachian mountains, stuff like that. But still, really rugged territory. And there are critters out there. I know there's bears for sure. They're pretty close to the border. There could be mountain lions. It's few and far between. But there are definitely critters out there that like to catch stuff and haul it off. Nice way of putting it. So, I don't know. To keep it less graphic, if he is out here, that is a lot of area to search. And they've searched 222 miles. But put that in a square, I guess like 222 square miles. I'm not sure. But that's I mean, what is that on this area? I'm sure I could figure it out with the map, but I don't want to bore you guys to death. But I mean, is that just a little spot here? Is that like a big chunk? You know, did they start at the vehicle and essentially put a big old circle around it? It's like we have to search every square inch of this circle. You know, how far can an elderly man walk in a mountainous terrain from his vehicle in any given direction, right? In like these elevations and hills and rocks, trees, bushes, all that stuff. I mean, theoretically, he should be right in that area, you know, unless he hit a trail and then like wandered off. But I don't know. Now, here's another one of those cases that I've always been harping about. Let me see. If they have searched where the car was found, they should have found him. He couldn't have gotten far at his age unless he was helped out. True, there's lots of variables. He may have gotten out, and I don't know why somebody would pick him up and he's still gone, unless the person who picked him up was a bad guy. We're always thinking doom and gloom. Every guy, somebody goes missing, kidnapping, all that stuff. But you got to be realistic. Now, why would somebody kidnap a 77-year-old elderly man out in the middle of the woods and take him somewhere to never be seen again? Makes no sense unless you're just a straight homicidal maniac. But I think that's way over here in fantasy land, and I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, he's out there close to his truck, and like he's just somewhere that he hasn't been found yet. Extensive searches have been done for people gone missing in the woods and have never been found. And then one day a hiker goes to a certain area and he finds the bones of a missing hiker, and he was in just like a ravine or some kind of area where like you drop. I seen this one once. There's this, I don't know, this guy got lost. I think the story goes the guy got lost in the woods, and it was like northern mountains, you know, a big really mountainy area. And this guy was like trying to, like, he was lost and he was trying to get out of the woods and he couldn't figure out how to do it. And he ended up like picking a path to go. He's like, this has to be the way. I'm going to go this way. Maybe I'll find the river and I'll hit the river, go, right? He ends up in this spot where he drops down a big ass rock, and he instantly realizes he can't get back up that rock. So he's like, crap, I just got myself stuck. And then he walks like 20, 30 feet like over, and he realizes there's a huge drop off. Like he's trapped in this huge bowl and he can't get out. And the only way to get out is like a cliff, and he's trapped. Hold on a second. So as he's sitting there panicking, he's looking around. He's like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm trapped. I can't get out of this place. There's no one around. What am I going to do? Then he realizes there's something laying over there in the ground, and he wanders over there and looks, and underneath some like not rocks, but leaves and twigs and stuff like that, he finds a skeleton of the hiker who went missing years before, who took the same path, got trapped in that same rock bowl thing, and he died. He died because he could not get out, and he laid there and he died. He still had his backpack and all of his like hiking gear, but he was laying there dead. And then the guy used that hiker's hiking gear to figure out a way to, like, I don't know, get out or something, but he ended up surviving. And then so that long missing hiker was found, and he was found. So technically a good ending, but crazy because there was an extensive search for the other guy and this new guy, and they never found him. So just because they did this huge 200, square foot search, he could have somehow made his way in between some rocks or down a crack or into the water, and there's like a deep pocket, something weird, but once again, I'm not saying the search team has done anything wrong. They're doing the best they can, way better than I could do. I'm just here to just talk and get his name out that he hasn't been found yet. Been a month. I think he's out there in the woods somewhere, flat out. Let me jump over here really quick, see how we're doing in the comments. Man. Teeny. Well, while we're at this really quick, let's talk about why I am so wiry and we'll jump into a commercial really quick and tell you about 1775 coffee. And this is my go-to commercial because I do love coffee and I do love the way this company is. It's time to say goodbye to Starbucks and say hello to Rumble's 1775 coffee. Unlike other brands, this is a coffee that backs free speech and is unapologetic about it. Visit 1775coffee.com. Use the promo code STUDIO to get 15% off. The coffee comes in medium, dark, and it also comes in pea berry, which is similar to Kona coffee. In other words, this stuff is premium. Click the link in the live chat or the description. You can also go directly to 1775coffee.com and use the promo code STUDIO to get 15% off today. Back into it. Let's jump over here into the comments, see what you guys thought. I haven't been reading any of your comments, so I'm terrible at this, but let's see here. Why did it take so long to report him missing? That is a great question. Another unknown. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That's a great question. I don't want to bash the family or anything. I know that there is a page that, hold on one second here. I know his daughter is out looking, and I found her earlier. Now, I'm not showing off any of her personal information, but her page is public. She hasn't privatized it or anything, so I don't think it's a big deal to show you guys what she's been posting. But she obviously 5 hours ago, she's feeling depressed. You know, she doesn't know how much her heart can take. Please send me some answers. You know, I feel bad for her. You know, 10 hours ago, there's more posts. Hug your father tight because I miss mine. There's another post. She's posting every day. She misses her dad. You know, bless her heart. I feel terrible for her. You know, everybody's got a dad, and you know, some people lost their dad a long time ago. My dad's still alive, and I am dreading the day I get a phone call that he has moved on in life, passed on. And I just pray that, you know, I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine losing my kids. I couldn't imagine losing my wife. I couldn't imagine losing my dad in this sort of fashion. If old age takes us all at some point in time, but you know, to lose him in this way, to find his truck out in the woods and he's missing still, it's probably killing her. You know, it's one thing to lose your dad in a car accident. You know, that could be tragic and horrible too. But this is another one of those. Where's my dad? I found his truck. Where's my dad? My dad's out there somewhere. Where's he at? You know, that's a horrible thing to feel. You know, looks like a nice guy, nice beard, big old, you know. He does look like an outdoorsy kind of guy. Like maybe he knew that area. Like he went out there for a reason. Maybe it's not hunting season or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe just went out there just to be with the wilderness and stuff like that. But either way, let me see here. Have an idea of why did he do it? I'm not sure what you mean by that one. Why did it take? So we just read that one. Did he have a cell phone with him? I don't know that either, but I would think. Now, I don't want to put a label on elderly people, but I know that at least in this time, it's hit or miss. But like my parents, I think at least on my mother, she's still old school phone. I don't think she has an iPhone. She has an iPad, but I think she's still working the flip phone, you know, and like. You know, he's 77. Maybe he's still old school. Maybe he still just got a flip phone. Maybe he doesn't believe in phones. I don't know. What I do know is they did not put that out in any of these missing person sheets that he had his phone. I couldn't imagine you'd have service up there. I guess depending on what carrier you have, but I've been out there in the middle of nowhere. No matter what, you wouldn't even have service. Man, sorry. Yeah, at 77, he couldn't have gotten far. Sounds suspicious. It could be. I don't know. Like maybe, I don't know. To me, it sounds like he's lost to the woods. That's what I think. Did he possibly have a dog with him? Just saying, because older gentlemen sometimes have dogs with them. More public information. I have no idea. It's not. I mean, more information that's not public is what I meant to say. How far do you think they looked? I mean, it says here that they covered over 200 miles in a week. They spent 119 hours searching. You know, like. 32 search and rescue, sheriff's office, Rabun County. Drone. There's one drone flying around. Could have had two. Could add 2. I need to get a sponsor for that. Thermal drone is going to be a lifesaver whenever I get my hands on it. Let me see. GMO is out there. K9. There's 2 K9s, 7 search and rescue fire department, 16 K9 handlers / flankers. Not sure what that means. Let me see. We had more There's a lot of K9s out here looking. So, I mean, I'm really surprised these K9s didn't hit on something. It makes me think maybe he's not out in the woods, but were they bloodhounds? That's another thing. Like, what kind of dogs were they? Because if he passed away, would bloodhounds work, or would you need a specialized cadaver dog? I don't know how these dang dogs work, because I know they have like, police canines, and they have like, I don't know, bloodhounds, which obviously just track, and then like cadaver dogs, which are trained on decomposition smells and stuff like that. I don't know. There's also 5 Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They had a lot of people out there, to say the least. Let's see what else is going on out here. Highway 17 is 3.6 miles from Toccoa. Oh, okay. So this actually isn't that far from where I'm at, to be honest with you. This would have been a case I could have definitely gotten into if I had the proper tools, which is in the works, by the way. I don't want to bitch the whole time, which you guys think I'm not doing anything about it. The biggest thing I'm trying to do right now is find funding through the nonprofit, through corporate donations, even like rich people out there that like to give money. I don't really know how to do all that. I've reached out to grant writers, and I instantly was overwhelmed by what they was talking about, because when it comes to that, I'm dumb. Essentially, all I need is to figure out how to get someone's attention who has the money that wants to give for a good cause, and to keep it simple, because but I'm trying. If you guys got any ideas, you can email me and let me know. Even if you don't have cell phone service, you can use it as a reflective surface for aerial searching. True. Wonder what his state of mind would have been, though. Like, would he have thought of that? If he's laying somewhere injured, is his first thought to get his phone out to try to reflect the sun? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Somebody get Nug this drone. I mean, unsubscribed again. Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought he was unsubscribing to me. But apparently YouTube is on a mission of unsubscribing everybody for no reason. I don't understand why. Did you guys hear, totally off topic, Google lost this antitrust lawsuit today? It's a massive thing. And like, essentially, long story short, they obviously are monopolizing search engines and everything. You ever notice that? You Google something, like your phone, it's got Google on it already. Google. They monopolize the industry. And apparently that's illegal, and they lost. So how is that going to affect us little video makers? Are they going to take even more money away from us because they're going to need it to pay their bills? I don't know. That's how I think about that, because that makes me nervous. Let's see. My grandmother never used her cell phone. Her words were, "I hate that thing. I don't like being attached to that thing." I mean, I get it. I'm a child of the 90s. I didn't have cell phones when I was a kid. I used to get up and run outside and play all day on my bicycle and dig in the dirt and swim in pools, and you get it. Nowadays, everybody's has a phone, and that's just how it is. Technology has taken over and evolved. It has everybody evolved into technology-dependent robots, and I'm no different. I'm on my phone nonstop. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm live streaming on a computer. When I was a kid, the computers weren't even a thing, and it makes me sound old. Sorry, I keep snorting too. I got allergies going on. Let me see. Have you seen they found Kimberly Langwell's remains 25 years missing? And I am not just completely abandoning Vaughn's case, but like I said, we're going to segue into other stuff as you bring it up. You guys tell me what you think about this case. I am reading them off. I want to pull up this Kimberly really quick, see what the story is, because I like hearing about people being found. Let me see here. Kimberly Langwell found. See what happens. It's People Magazine. Oh, it's a Texas woman. Let's see what People has to say about this. Texas woman vanished 25 years ago. Was her body just found on her ex-boyfriend's property? Jeez. It's just the same story over and over again. But Let's see here. She vanished 25 years ago, leaving work. Now police think they found her remains, and apparently trying to scan through this. She was last heard from around 5:30 p.m. July 9th, 99, when she called her 15-year-old daughter Tiffany to tell her she would be home soon for dinner. That big old face. Oh, look. Later that night, her 94 Altima was found abandoned at a pharmacy parking lot. No sign of her. And next 2 decades, there's been no confirmed sighting. She was presumed dead. Then they received a tip from a reliable informant. So it looks like, let me see, an informant told police that Langlois was killed in Rose's residence at Rose, and Rose buried her on the property, according to an affidavit. Dang. So, by all means, if you want more details on that, look it up and take a look. But it looks like Kimberly's remains were found, and it looks like ex-boyfriend did it. Maybe just found her on ex-boyfriend's property. It said Rose. But that's pretty cool. I mean, bittersweet cool. Jesus Christ, I sound so horrible. But it's bittersweet. Glad she's found. Sad she's died in the process. But looks like maybe they're actually going to get to hold somebody accountable for this. We'll see. What does this say? Cultivated meat premiering in North Carolina this month. Your thoughts, Nug? I have no idea what that means. You might have to dumb that one down for me. I'm kind of surprised about the dogs, too. Talking about Vaughn. I view them as reliable searches. I just hope for the family's sake he is found soon. And it looks like the law enforcement is doing the right thing. I agree. If anything, they're being very detailed about what they're doing, and I hope it's all accurate. You know, anybody can write something on a piece of paper, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt. They're doing the best they can. And in this area, this might happen more times than not. This is a very wildernessy area. So Leslie says she uses DuckDuckGo. It might be the way to go, so to speak. I've used it a couple times, but man, everything on my computer is like programmed on Google. So it's going to take a while to kind of like go off of it. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but I'm on Google right now. They're probably listening to what I'm saying. That's probably why I hardly get any views anymore, is because I keep bad-mouthing them. Technically, I'm bad-mouthing YouTube, but Google owns YouTube, so I get it. I just wish they would stop screwing over the people who carry their platform. Lab-grown meat using live animal cells. You know, I've seen that. Isn't that 3D printing stuff? I've seen the videos, and it looks terrifyingly icky. But I don't know. Hopefully, Candace gets lots of her meat from other people, local people, not Walmart or something like that. So, and she makes her own bread, and we obviously have a ton of eggs. So I mean, we're trying to be homesteaders, but we still got to rely on the man for some stuff. But you can't trust anything now. I saw a story the other day that the bread you buy at the store is hardly even bread because it's all like processed and all the crap that they put in it now. You know, just regular loaves of bread. You can still buy like organic bread and stuff, but I mean, technically, you never know what you're really eating because everybody's wanting to save $1. If you're reading off of, let me see. Are you reading off of Rumble? Because I can't find who you're applying to. I'm currently reading over here off. I got YouTube and Rumble chats right next to each other. And the YouTube live chat goes pretty fast. So like there's all kinds of questions coming through. But by all means, if you're on Rumble and you got a question, drop it in there. Let me jump over here really quick, see if there are even any. The questions come through few and far between on Rumble for some reason. Some people ask about helicopters, thermal heat. I'm assuming the drone that they flew around had thermal technology, but I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I have a drone, but what are you going to do in the middle of summer with a drone without thermal technology? Because what do they call that? The canopy, everything's green. You can't see into the woods. So I would hope for thermal technology so you could, like, if somebody was laying out there wounded, you might be able to pick up a heat signature if you could, like, peek through the leaves. But in the summertime, I imagine it's a challenge to even pick up a heat signature because of all the canopy grown in. Wintertime is a different story. Somebody goes missing in the winter, you can probably find them pretty quick. DARPA owns YouTube. Zuck is the front man. Alrighty. Nasty. Google bought DuckDuckGo. Well, there you go. Just can't win. Monopolizing. There you go. That's probably why they lost that damn antitrust lawsuit. Jeez. All right, let me jump over here. Let me turn on my big, beautiful face really quick because we've talked about Vaughn. We want Vaughn found. That's all I got. I think he's still out there in the woods somewhere, and he just hasn't been found yet. Sadly, it's been a month. If he is out there in the woods, I don't think this is going to be a happy ending. One could hope that for some reason, some unknown reason, he ended up somewhere safe and sound. Maybe he had a medical history, possible dementia, Alzheimer's, something like that. But he was driving, so I mean, I guess at least his family and him, they thought he could be fine. He's probably perfectly healthy, but something happened up in that mountain. So who knows? We got a new member on YouTube. Awesome. Welcome to the team. Appreciate it. On that note, I love members on all platforms. I appreciate it. Every dollar goes right into what I'm doing right now. Not just live streaming, but we're also out in the field. We're searching. We do have big breaking news today, but I cannot talk about it, but you will find out about it tomorrow. So tomorrow's live stream is going to be one for the books. Let's put it that way. Something very big happened today, and that's as far as I can go with it, because it's not my story to tell, but it will be told tomorrow. But we're just going to leave it at that, and we'll definitely be on tomorrow with that. So if you ever wanted to not miss a live stream, tomorrow is the live stream you're not going to want to miss. You could still use sonar and a boat. I'm not sure you're talking. Oh, I talk about Alicia. I don't know what she said, but Josh Glover dropping a super chat, much appreciated. Idea for an off-the-wall vid for you. Head north to Erie, Pennsylvania, and catch the gator spotted in the bay. You would definitely be on the news. It's really surprising that there's a gator all the way in Pennsylvania. I mean, it gets cold there. Interesting. Of course, if I catch a gator, he's going to bite me. I don't know how to catch a gator. But I like your head. I like where you're going with this. It's a good thought. Very good thoughts. So let me see here. While we're at it, let me just pull this up really quick because I am curious what is going on. We have a storm for the ages. And outside looking in, it's just another hurricane. It's not even a big hurricane. I don't even technically know if it's still categorized as a hurricane. But the problem with this hurricane or this tropical storm is it is moving at a snail's pace. And it is apparently the word is it's like here's the eye, and it's still in Florida. And Charleston's up here, Wilmington. Let me zoom in a little bit more, see if I can see these. This is weatherchannel.com. But obviously, Wilmington's up here. I think it's dang near. Here's Brunswick, Savannah's right in the area. So they're getting hit right now, right? Charleston up there, they're getting smoked. And the problem is this thing is supposed to stall out. And I saw a theory today that this thing was this is telling us it's going to go straight up. I saw some model, and I don't know if it's just made up clickbait stuff that somebody's putting out as a short, but it was supposed to go out, stall out, go out into the ocean, regain strength, and then re-hit the coast, and then come across into Georgia. Obviously, they don't have that path. You can see what they're calling for. So we're going to go with a whole bunch of bull on that one. But still, it's dumping so much freaking water. Biblical, catastrophic flooding. If you guys are anywhere on the coast, Jacksonville, all the way up to Wilmington, the other Jacksonville here, you're in for a drowning. But hopefully everybody's going to be okay. This is another reason. Okay, I've been working on a new goal, and this is going to be a goal of Christmas miracles, right? Because it is a ton of money that I have to raise. And I'm trying to figure out how to get into grants, for the nonprofit. I'm a legit 501c3 nonprofit. I should be able to figure out how to raise funds for equipment, right? Right now we have equipment, right? It works, but it's outdated. We're limited. And we want to expand into current events, current natural disasters, floods, primarily. Right now, the whole East Coast, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, it is getting smoked. So many people are going to need help. You know how it is. Every time a storm like this rolls in, it is the diehards that want to ride it out. And I would do the same thing. I ain't judging anyone. I'm like, I'm not leaving my house. I'm going to ride this out. And then what happens? The levees break. It floods, And then you have families who are stuck on the roof. You have elderly people who are trapped in houses, and the rivers are full of water. Well, I want to show you guys what I've been looking at, and see what you guys think about this. Now, you guys know the boat that we have. We have the covered boat, and that's that old police boat. Good boat, big boat. That's for big water and for all day searches, right? Scuba diving off and stuff like that. And we have the flat bottom boat, perfect boat. Adam has that boat right now, and I'm kind of handicapped right now because I don't have a boat that I could rapidly, get out there if somebody needed help, right? For instance, Tennessee, Lake Ocoee, just had a car go into the lake, the same place where we pulled out that Charger, right? And they ended up finding the car. I think there was somebody inside it, 100 feet deep, 30 feet from the dam on the deep side, obviously. And, they was having a tough time finding it. And I was like, if I just had the boat with the sonar, I could have been there, marked it, helped him out, got out of the way, low profile, right? Well, this is my new goal. And this is like, I know you guys know what I'm talking about when it comes to the boat. The little white one, the flat bottom. It's perfect for scuba diving. It's like, perfect to get out there quick. Well, that's first generation. It's outdated and it's kind of falling apart. This one, third generation, it's rebuilt bigger, better, wider. It's just everything is better about it. And then up here, look at this beautiful inflatable. This is what we want to get into. We want to start going to the disaster site. We want to help those in need because you could never have too much help, bottom line. And if we could help rescue people and get them off the roofs, get them out of the houses, you see it all the time. That's just what we want to do. We want to help. We want to search cold cases. We want to help look for missing loved ones. We want to get involved in fresh missing people. We want to bring people home alive. We want, it's all about helping people, right? And that's kind of where we're deployed, rapid deployment. That's what I was looking for. So that's my goal, man. You just want to guess. Let's just do a little test here. Guess how much that complete setup is. It's the water rescue package. And this isn't the company by chance that I'm going for, but man, I know Facebook has Rescue One is the one that I have, and essentially they're competitors. But there's a picture, man. Wouldn't that be nice? Let me see here. They have a Gen 3 in here somewhere. Where are you? I guess this was a trade show they was at. Here's one of their Gen 3 models, and it like, dude, oh. Now, obviously, this is for fighting fire. We wouldn't have a fire hose on it, but we'd have everything else. Sonar technology. This thing has lit up on the sides. They have lights right here. The dive platform is extended. You have more room, and man, I wish I could find the back. But you see what we're getting at here. Oh, my Tesla. All right. I don't know what's going on here. You get what I'm saying. But let's see here. Who was closest so far? We got 4 in 25, 5,000. I wish. 72,000, 20,000, 90,000 at least. Well, this was Price is Right. You would lose, but it's not. He said roughly 75,000. So I said 80. That would probably get the perfect package. So we're like $80,000. Are you drunk? That would be. Who the hell comes out with that kind of cash? Now, I get it. These things are made for first responders, firemen, stuff like that. So they got government grants lined up for these guys. But what about the nonprofits? How do they get involved? Now, I also talked to a guy today, and you ever hear that word first responder? First responder this, first responders that, first responder grant, first responder, right? Come to find out, there isn't really a hardcore definition for like what defines first responder. First person on the scene? Possibly. What about a nonprofit first responder team? Literally, we're just instead of a government agency, we're a private agency or a nonprofit agency that is a first responder. That's kind of what I want to get into. It sounds cool. Sounds fun. Sounds exciting. And ultimately, we get to help more people. And that is the goal, isn't it? And that's what I want to do. So, On top of the $7,000 drone that I got to try to figure out how to get, now I got to start trying to come up with $80,000. Are you kidding me? This is a sinking ship of financial ruin just to try to keep this thing alive. But holy smokes, what can you do? But that's the goals. You got to have goals, man. You got to be reaching for anything, and that's what we want to do. And this is the company that this was the company that made my first boat. I actually got mine from a government auction. What do you call it? Govdeals.com or something like that. From a fire department in Kansas. And it works. It's a workhorse. It runs great. But it's out of date. It's many years old. And they have a third generation. And it's just bigger, better, more efficient. Top of the line. And we got that awesome inflatable on top, which is just a whole new area to help people in need. That's what we want to do. Can you set up local events like having bake sales at a local church? Probably. Problem is, I'm just me. And I mean, oh my gosh, how do you balance out everything? Because nonprofit actually, it means what it means. You don't make a profit. It's for free. It's for the people. It's for the public. So obviously, that's not a moneymaker. That's a nonprofit. My job is what I'm doing now to make money, to pay the bills, live streams, videos, and videos are garbage right now. They're getting no views. Somehow these live streams are keeping everything alive. Loving it. Love you guys for it too. And we got a lot riding on the future of Rumble because it seems like whenever love them or hate them, they're on the right track. I heard someone creeping.
No, you didn't.
Woo! The wife has entered the room. How you doing, wife? Good. We've got about 10 more minutes, probably.
That's the number of eggs in my pocket.
You got 10 eggs?
10 eggs.
Oh, my goodness.
Only one color, a green.
Was it in the nest? Or were they on the...
Yeah.
That's good. Sometimes our chickens like to lay eggs out in the mud.
The blue egger hasn't laid an egg today.
I went in there earlier today to feed them, and one was in there, and I got too close to him, went, "Wah!" And it yelled at me. I was like, "Ooh, sorry." Dang.
You do that.
Yeah. Apparently, she was sitting on all the eggs.
Yeah, there were 5 in one box.
That top left?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When I went in there, I only saw one egg, and I'm sure she was sitting on all of them. But if you guys did not know, by the way, quick shout out to my locals page. If you want to be part of the Nug Nation, just go over to Rumble, click that red button, join, and boom, you're a member. Memberships are free. And if you want to be a supporter, you then get access to behind the scenes footage and exclusive content. And as the crowd grows, we will start doing exclusive members only live streams. But don't worry, you're not going to be missing out on everything. I'm going to be going live every day here. It's just more content for people to, who want to pay for it. Make sense? It's kind of weird. Oh no, rainbow.
Button, who's got the button?
And that will be the last time for the rainbows today. I really need to get that figured out. But wow.
Other priorities.
Need, want. Everybody's got a need, want. Currently, my want list is vast and huge. But we do,
for sure.
But we do need equipment. So I'm desperately trying. You know what I need? I need a rich billionaire. Just a nerdy millionaire who just happens to see these live stream and goes, I like his style. Cha-ching. And they fully fund our operation.
Yeah. Well, others have already screwed that up for you, taking cars and financial donations.
I don't know what you mean by that.
In your same genre.
Well, do not mention today current events. It is a super secret, and I've already told them that tomorrow is the great reveal, but we cannot even hint about what happened today. Wink. It's going to be epic though, so I would definitely write that one down because
You mean winning the lottery is a secret?
Shit. I wouldn't be on here if I won the lottery, I'll tell you that much. I don't quite understand,
Yes,
but
you would.
Well, maybe to say farewell, I don't know. Honestly,
you would not give this up, and I know it.
Well, the problem is if I won the lottery, you're probably right, because I've gone through my entire life working hard for money, lots of bleeding, military bleeding, not making a lot of money, working hard. So I would like to think if I got millions of dollars, it'd probably stress me out, because when I got out of the military, the lack of stress gave me anxiety attacks.
I know.
You know, you don't know.
No, don't.
I was way worse before I met you. You got the crap end of my self. What do you call that? Self-medicating. And now I'm a hot mess. But even still, when I first got out of the military, like I was having panic attacks just because I didn't have stress. Like every day, I'm like, it was, if you guys are in the military, you understand what I'm saying. Like every day, you just get used to long hours, getting yelled at all the time, sweating nonstop, eating eating as fast as you can so you can get back to work. And then one day it all stops. And that messes with your psyche.
You mean you don't come home covered in glitter like me today?
Well, not everybody can be a stripper.
Yeah, not one of those. Could not imagine the strip club that would hire me.
I had a perfect, what do you call it when you say something that's like you're describing, an analogy? Well, I did one earlier and everybody loved it because I was reading a piece of paper and I wasn't like dissing anybody, but I was like, you know what? You could take a pile of poop and you could form it into a beautiful work of art, but it's still poo. Same thing with somebody that writes a letter making it sound like everything's great. We did the best we could. But I don't think it's that case. There's a missing man in Rabun County, Rayburn, whatever, up here, not too far from us. But he's been missing a month and is out in the middle of the sticks, like it's where he found his truck. And they've done a hell of a search, but they still can't find him. And it looks like cut and dry, he's out in the woods somewhere. But they did a lot and they couldn't find him. Well,
isn't Rayburn the other side of Dawson Forest from us? So is he in the forest?
He's got to be, because the road I think it's just a dirt road, and it's in between it's out there in the middle of nowhere. You know, so and his truck was found, but he wasn't. And they've done, I think, over 200 miles is what they said they've searched from where his truck was at. And so it blows my mind that they haven't come across him. If he is out there, I don't know where else he could have been. He's 77-year-old. And they found his truck, but not him. It's very weird.
It's going to be one of those weird places under a house and a shed. Like,
I don't know. I mean, there is nothing out there. There's one spot. It looks like a hunting lodge because you can tell, like, there's a long area that's cleared out. Probably a deer stand right there. And then that's, he can pluck the deer off as they cross. But other than that, I don't see anything on the map. It's just wilderness. So not Dawson, Rabun. No burn.
Yes, but I think that's on the other
Well, check it out.
Side of Dawson Forest from us.
Oh man, I don't know. Like there is another Tate City, Rabun Cap, Heaven's Landing, Dickerson Mill. It's not far from the North Carolina border either. The closest big city, I don't even know what this is. Dillard, Mountain City, stuff like that. Like he is literally out there. Like that's some deep stuff. Tate City is in the middle of nowhere too.
Oh, that's Tallulah.
No.
Right?
It's Old Coleman River Road in Rabun County. I mean, there's literally nothing nearby. It's wild. I mean, there's Tate. How far is it from us? I mean, this is the Lake Burton. Gosh, I'm not familiar with any of this area, to be honest with you. I was like, I've never.
Oh, so that's way on the other side of even Hiawassee.
Oh, it's up in the corner.
Yeah. We were looking at houses out there, remember?
Well, there's Clayton. Yeah, high. It's about as high as Hiawassee, but it's way over. You know what I mean? So over here is Hiawassee, and then you go way over here. Let's see, keep going over here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like literally up in the corner of Georgia.
Clayton's one of those places we drove and looked at land.
Wow.
Forever we drove.
Yeah, it's pretty rugged territory to say the least. Gosh, where in the woods is he? Have you tried posting that you're looking for help on TikTok? I'm not a TikToker, so no. If not, I'd start sharing your videos there and posting about it. Then start tagging important people who have money to donate. Man, I just don't get TikTok. I mean, I've done it before, and I was like, God, how big did I get? Wasn't it like
500,000.
half a million? And then it just died. Like the algorithm turned against me for no reason. I was posting river treasure videos. So I was irritated about that.
You showed a bucket of rust that spelled G ... U.
Oh, you could just say it. I don't even care.
But N. But it was a rust bucket, and you got kicked off and then shadow banned.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but I mean, I'm posting everywhere else. I'm kind of trying to, because I know there's lots of people on TikTok, X, Twitter, whatever. And I know Twitter's got a bad rap now. But I mean, if you look at rankings, they're actually winning over Facebook and Instagram. I saw today. So they're still like the number one ranked channel for that genre. I don't know how to freaking explain it, but they're beating out Instagram and Facebook, even though everybody wants to talk shit about them because Elon Musk owns it. So I think it's still a place where you could get noticed, but it's very slow because I'm not big on Twitter. It's a slow process, to say the least. I got 300 something followers on there now. How far from his house to his truck? I tried to find where he lived. I couldn't. Maybe.
What's his name?
His name is Vaughn Callenback, or Back.
VAN or VON?
VAUGHN. Okay. And Callenback. Just how it sounds. CALLEN. Back. See, Candace, she might be able to find him. Just a comment. We had a man break out of a local prison last summer during a heat wave. He was on the run in Westchester, Pennsylvania. They found him by using a heat sensor from a drone. He was buried. So like he was live buried, like he buried himself to try to hide, or was he dead? But either way, it's pretty cool. See, drone, thermal drone. Gotta get that dough, man. Every day people are going missing. Thermal technology can find them. I guarantee it. Why do I get stuck at that? It's so weird. 94 cents. What the hell is that about? Weird. Whatever. Let's see here. Yeah, as far as the trailer, let's go back over here to YouTube. See what other comments are going. Find anything yet?
Oh, what is he? 77.
77. Raffle off things that have been seen in your videos. Problem with that is it's illegal.
Yeah.
It's one of those buried laws that nobody really cares about, but technically they could, especially Tennessee. They'll throw your ass in jail if you're found collecting relics in Tennessee. Or I guess, yeah,
they told us a water bottle could be considered a modern artifact, and you could go to jail for picking it up out of the river as a diver.
Yeah, I don't understand to save my life. They'd rather have relics and of historical items sitting at the bottom of a river to rot and never be seen again. Or somebody like me comes along and finds it to show the world, and I get in trouble for it. Stupid rule. You know what it is? It's all about taxes. Because if I go off and sell that thing and the man doesn't get their cut, they get all pissy about it, which I kiss my ass. I did all the work. I should get the prize. Just saying.
Can't sell more than 2 fish out of the river here in Georgia.
Yeah.
2.
Can you list yourself as nonprofit first responders? Probably. See, I was telling them, I was showing them all the goodies that I want, like that boat setup and then the thermal drone and stuff. And I was like, I kind of found out today that the word first responder was kind of just said, but it's not an actual thing.
Certification.
It's just a definition of somebody who responds first, that gets in the shit first. So I was just like, what defines a first responder? And can a nonprofit be defined as first responders? And I don't see why not, because that's what we want to do.
I'm assuming his middle name is a D.
Doesn't say, but he's got big old
18 Highway 76 loop.
Let's see here. Let's do directions from that road to 18. Say it again.
Highway 76.
Highway 76 loop, Clayton, Georgia.
Yep.
Not far, 22 minutes, 10 miles. He comes off the highway, heads north, and goes up that road. So he left his house and headed into the hills. Whatever. I could have probably figured that out too, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But that's essentially the path he would have took. There are no alternatives. He would have left 76, headed north. Dang, that's crazy. What do you guys think? What do you think? Can you look up writing grants for nonprofits on YouTube or Google? Absolutely. I've been doing that, and it's just it's a nightmare. Like, because obviously nobody just is going to give you money. Like, you have to go through so many hoops to get funding, and some of these big nonprofits, they even have grant writers on the books just to do this.
Yeah, they pay someone to do it.
Yeah, they have
to make money.
So technically, they have a grant writer on payroll to get grants and funding
to pay themselves,
to pay the grant writer. What a weird loop that is.
Well, that's like at work. I have to plug in a fan into the generator to cool off the generator so the generator can run.
Or like somebody hauling around a gas generator to charge their Tesla.
See it.
Man. Do you think someone like this guy took camo netting and hid his vehicle in the things? Well, his vehicle's not hid. I guess it was just on the side of the road. So he stopped the vehicle and got out for some reason. I don't know the condition of the vehicle, if it broke down or not. Obviously, if it broke down, he would probably try to walk back home. But I don't know how he would have disappeared. Maybe another theory is maybe somebody came by and accidentally hit him and panicked and threw him in the back of the truck. Got rid of him some other way. It's possible. According to the report, I ran. Oh, veterans and nonprofits have higher chances of accessing them. Well, I am a veteran who runs a nonprofit. Man, double dipping. If I only had a guy that could tell me how to do it. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to this. Like, every time somebody's like, well, we're going to need this and this and this and this, I have no clue what the hell they're talking about. It's just me, Candace, and Adam kind of just boots on the ground running the nonprofit at the same time. I have no clue. Sit down and fill out all these paperwork. Yeah, I barely spell my name right. Yeah. That's a joke.
Or not.
Man. Because you took me serious. Because you're like, I know.
No, I'm just nodding along.
First responders are the people who show up when you call 911. I don't know. I like the definition part better.
No, well, tow truck can be considered a first responder.
Oh, yeah. You don't call 911 for a tow truck. I thought 911 is for if you want emergency assistance. Technically, they are first responders. True. But I don't think that's the exact definition. I would think it's just a phrase. Somebody who is called to assist first. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. Yeah, we need to know more about the condition of the truck. Was it broke down? Were the keys in it? Did he have any belongings he left in it? Anything like that. I'm sure they all know about this. It's not out there for the public to view yet. There's probably lots more that they know that we don't. And they dug through that truck. They probably had a good idea of like what happened. Was the gas? How much gas was in it? Did it run itself? Was the truck running when he got out of it? What that means, like, was it dead empty? Something like that. I don't know.
So you can get first responder certified by the Red Cross. You take a class.
I don't understand classes. I mean, I get knowledge and stuff, but you're supposed to take a class on dry suit. And I didn't. Supposed to take a class on.
Yeah, but people also drown because they don't. So.
Well, maybe it's a mindset thing. I mean, I don't know. Like, I get it. You wear a dry suit and you don't know what you're doing and you flip upside down and you drown because the bubble inside your dry suit goes to your feet and you got two little feet sticking up and you drowned upside down. It happens. Sadly, there's stories about this. But what I did when I got my dry suit is I went to the river stupidly by myself, but it was 4 feet of water. I could flip upside down and do a handstand. So literally what I did was I went out in the middle of the river with my dry suit on and I flipped myself upside down. And then I wanted to know what it felt like. I could touch the ground, my hands. And then I figured out how to get myself over. And essentially it was just like, I don't know. It's almost like running, almost like you could like, what's that workout called? Kick your feet, bicycling. It's like, I'm talking about.
Cyclist?
No, it's that lay on the ground and start moving your feet around.
Bicycles.
Ugh. Sound bicycles.
Yeah, where you lay on your back and your little legs go in the air.
Had a different name to it. But either way, you start doing that and it flips you back over. Or like I twist my arms around and flipped over. I don't know. Maybe it's a mind state, but there's a reason you get certified and stuff, I guess, but I didn't. Same with the full face mask. I just put it on and figured it out. Wasn't that hard. Maybe I'm just that smart or stupid. There's a fine line. Man, tough crowd. Well, either way, as we wrap up this live stream, I want to tell you guys that I am live streaming on Rumble Studio. They're not charging me a dime. Rumble's exclusive apparel has finally arrived. They are now offering 20% off all purchases in the Rumble store with the discount code DROP20. If you want to support the brand that is fighting for free speech and fighting for our First Amendment rights, this is the best way to do it. They have tees, sweaters, hats, plus much more. Go to the Rumble store and make sure to enter DROP20 as the promo code to get 20% off your entire order. I appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out with me again. Kind of a goofy live stream, but we did get the word out about Vaughn. We want him home. We don't know where he's at. So if you're in the area and you got your hiking boots on, go out there and do your part. See if you can find him. Find anything. His family wants to know where he is. His daughter is heartbroken. We can only imagine how much pain she's going through. Make sure you guys, if you're on the East Coast, you take cover, you get out of the way. The storm is going to be biblical, to say the least. Catastrophic flooding, they are already reporting. It's going to be bad. And obviously, if you have anything you want to send me in the emails, send it my way. Questions, comments, try to lay off the insults. But you know what? If I like criticism, but don't be mean about it. Other than that, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're going to be live tomorrow. Super important live stream. Do not miss it. You're not going to want to miss this one. Trust me on that one. Till we meet again, I will see you guys tomorrow. My name is Jeremy. This is Exploring with Nug. Later.